Good morning, Minnesota DFLers, and welcome to the DFL Daily. Richard Kropp, I'm here, chair of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Great to be here each and every day at 10:45, giving you the message, the actions, and the tools to take one more concrete step toward winning big in the 2026 midterm election this November. Before we get into today's topic, we have some upcoming events we want to highlight. The Houston County DFL is hosting Neighbors Day in La Crescent starting at 8:30 a.m. Tomorrow. A great chance to give back with a yard cleanup and connect with neighbors. Also tomorrow at 9 a.m., there are a couple ways to plug in. SD35 is hosting coffee and conversation. And then there's also an Earth Day celebration and watershed cleanup happening in Lakeville. At 9:30, you can join a neighborhood network coffee chat in Apple Valley tomorrow morning. And then at 10 a.m., there are two opportunities, a candidate meet and greet in Norwood Young America and a Senate District 15 convention and fundraiser in Redwood Falls. I'll be at Senate District 2 and 4 tomorrow. I hope to make both. They're a bit far apart, and so I'm going to do my best to get to 2 and then dash off over to 4 if I can make it in time. Looking ahead to Sunday at 10:30, there's a door knocking 101 training in Maple Grove to help you get comfortable canvassing and talking with voters. Our organizers right now are doing a fantastic job, and they're actually doing these conversation, confidence building trainings. And that's what this one in Maple Grove will be. So if you know somebody who's never gone door knocking and are kind of scared to do so, this is the kind of thing that you should send them to. They should go to Maple Grove and do that door knocking 101 training, and they will become more familiar and more comfortable with the idea by going through that training. In the afternoon on Sunday, you can join a CD7 Town Hall watch party in Detroit Lakes at 1:30 p.m. And at 2 p.m., you can tune in virtually for an online forum featuring CD7 congressional candidates. For more information and future events, you can check out dfl.org/events. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about today's topic. Today, we're going to take a step back and look at some of the good news and progress we're seeing both here in Minnesota and across the country. Because especially in tough moments, it's important to remember that all the work we're doing together is actually making a difference. I had breakfast this morning with a leader of SEIU Local 26. She's an organizer and one of the best organizers I know. And we were talking about the experience we went through Operation Metro Surge. And she specifically was talking about how her local, two stats. One, they had 30 people who are here legally detained. And sometimes if they didn't get to them within hours, they were sent on a plane to Texas. The other thing she shared with me is that after this was all over with, they surveyed their membership. And just in that one local, 450 members reported that they're behind on their rent because of Operation Metro Surge. Their union worked together and quickly raised the money to help those folks recover. First, let's look at how we're holding the Trump administration accountable for their actions here in Minnesota. On Monday, state officials confirmed they're investigating the wrongful detention of a U.S. citizen by ICE as a possible case of kidnapping, false imprisonment, and burglary. Let's be clear what happened. A man was taken from his home without a warrant, in freezing conditions, half-dressed, and driven around by federal agents despite being an American citizen. And now our leaders in Minnesota are stepping up, making it clear that absolutely no one, not even federal agents, are above the law. Their violence here in Minnesota cannot and will not be swept under the rug. I'm really proud that the sheriff of Ramsey County and the Ramsey County attorney are pursuing this. Next, our attorney general has been just amazing, and he just won a major antitrust case against concert ticket vendors like Live Nation and Ticketmaster, proving they illegally maintained a monopoly that drove up costs for fans, artists, and venues. For years, people have felt the frustration of skyrocketing ticket prices and compounding fees that just didn't feel fair. Now, a jury has confirmed it. That system was rigged against us. And our attorney general helped lead the effort to take it down. This is about more than concerts. It's about taking on corporate power and lowering the costs for everyday people. At the national level, we're also seeing Democratic momentum building like never before. Last week in Wisconsin, Judge Chris Taylor won a key Supreme Court race and secured a 5-2 liberal majority that will last through the decade. And Wisconsin's Republican-leaning Waukesha, I think I'm saying that right, Waukesha County, Democrats just flipped a mayor's office that wasn't even expected to be competitive. In deep red Georgia, Democrats also just posted one of the strongest overperformances we've seen in a special election in years in a district that Trump won by nearly 40 points. Democrats are organizing, competing everywhere, and closing gaps in places that used to be written off. Meanwhile, families are feeling the cost of Republican leadership with rising prices and economic pressure stacking up across the country. The bills are just getting too damn high. Republicans are paying the political price for their failure to actually govern and do what they promised, which is to bring prices down. For our final win of the day, we want to take just one moment to recognize a legacy and a leader who helped shape Minnesota for the better. On Tuesday, Governor Tim Walz signed a bill renaming Minnesota's Community Solar Garden Program in honor of former Speaker Melissa Hortman. This was one of her proudest accomplishments, expanding access to clean energy so more Minnesotans could benefit, even if they couldn't install solar panels themselves. Now that work will carry her name going forward. It's a reminder that the impact of good leadership lasts far beyond any one moment. So when you look at all of this together, you can see Democrats holding ICE accountable for their violence, protecting our neighbors, taking on corporate monopolies to lower prices, gaining national momentum like we've never seen before, and honoring a legacy that continues to shape the future. This is what we're building together, and I couldn't be prouder to work with you. For today's action, pick one of these stories and share it on your social media. Tell people what's happening here in Minnesota. Show them the progress, show them the values, show them what DFL and Democratic leadership looks like in action. I also want to challenge you to use a new platform to get our message out to new audiences. If you always post on Facebook, try posting on Blue Sky. If you like posting on X, try making a simple graphic for Instagram. Because good news doesn't spread on its own. It takes all of us pushing the message everywhere we can. Okay, thanks, everybody. Today, we have 200 days until the November 3rd midterm election. We're working hard to build the largest electoral defeat of a sitting president in the history of Minnesota midterms. Have a fantastic weekend, and let's go win this thing.